Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Britt, creator of the StyleShaker, your guide to green and clean beauty. I'm back today with a review for the Jane Iredale Smooth Affair Facial Primer and Brightener. So without further ado, I'm gonna dive right into this guy and let you know what I thought. Here we go. Okay, quick recap on this. It is $50. It's supposed to smooth out your pores, give skin a naturally radiant glow. It has anti-aging and anti-inflammatory properties, and it is supposed to firm the skin and prevent moisture loss. There you have it. So let's dive into the scorecard. The first question is, how do the ingredients look? So as always, I have a full rundown on the ingredients and what they mean and links to EWG and all the rest of it. I have that all on the scorecard off the bat. For those of you that are really not into dimethicone, heads up, this product has dimethicone, so I probably just lost you. Overall, I'm not loving it. I'm not crazy about it, and I go into exactly why I feel that way on the scorecard. There's a couple of ingredients here that could be irritating, some that are bioaccumulative, and I have alternatives that I also speak to that work just as well, if not better, and they prime. So there you go. That sums up the ingredients portion of this. Second question, does it smooth and minimize pores? It really did smooth very well. As for pore minimizing, I didn't see much of that. Pore minimizing has so much to do with a lot of things actually, like genetics. Size of your pores also depends on your oil production. More oil, bigger pores, lifestyle and nutrition. So my pores they're not really big to begin with. I know that's probably really friggin' annoying for you guys to hear, of those of you who really want pore help, but I didn't necessarily see a marked improvement there. However, it did feel very smooth, and it has like a very light citrus scent, which I just want to include. So overall, I gave it a 3 out of 5 for smoothing, not so much pore minimizing. Next up, staying power. Does it last all day or does it feel greasy? I use so many things on top of it. The honest truth here is that it's not creating a greasier environment for the makeup that I put on top to slide off. That's certainly not happening. So I don't have any problem there. I don't look at it alone on my skin to see if it stays. Does it help the foundations that I use on top of it last a little bit longer? Totally a marginal effect there. I haven't seen like a, wow, that really lasted a lot longer because I used this primer versus another primer. So while I'm sure it does a little bit of that, it wasn't like a, whoa, it's a standout product for that. So overall there, I gave it a 3 out of 5 because mainly I think it did a decent job and didn't feel greasy and didn't look streaky. I didn't see anything running down my face, so it kept things in place. Now, the next question is this an irritating product? This is not a universal answer. So personally, it did not irritate me. However, because of the ingredients that I will show you in the formula on the StyleShaker scorecard post, it could potentially be irritating some of you who have sensitive skin. So just a heads up there, I am not a dermatologist, but you guys probably know at this point what works and what doesn't work for your skin. Because of the ingredients that are potential irritants in here, I gave it a 3 out of 5 again. For me, it was okay. Like personally, I would have given it a 5 out of 5, but I think that it could be irritating to others out there, so I knocked it back a few points. Blending in, does it play well with the other products on my face? Yes, 100%. There was no streaking, there was no pilling, there was no like movement of the product while I was applying it. Did a great job there. I gave it a 5 out of 5 on the StyleShaker scorecard. Is this a consciously created product? And what I mean by that is the side of things where, is it cruelty-free? The other side of that is this a sustainably packaged product? I have a question out to the brand. Currently have this at a 3 out of 5 on the StyleShaker scorecard because this is cruelty-free. Heads up, this is also wheat-free. Just want to let you guys know. It is not, however, vegan. It has royal jelly in it. I do hear back from the brand on packaging. I'm pretty sure this is plastic. It has no recycling symbols on it, so that could be a bit of an issue. I've become a real stickler for sustainability. It's just where I'm at, so you guys are gonna hear about it. Anyway, I will let you know what the brand says. I always update it here. I update the scorecard and I update on my Instagram at the StyleShaker. And finally, did it do what it says it was gonna do? So let's just go back and see what this said it would do. What were the promises here? It said it's going to smooth pores and give skin a naturally radiant glow. Did it give a glow? Yeah, I think it does brighten a little bit. Does it smooth out pores? I think there is a smoothing element there. I don't think it diffused my pores or made them look smaller. I think texturally speaking, it smoothed out the surface of my skin. There are, of course, some ingredients in there, like silicones, that would, I think, help do that, which aren't really rated very highly, so, you know, an advantage and then it's a disadvantage. Is it anti-aging and anti-inflammatory? Honestly, I have to trust the brand on this one, which I don't usually do often, but anti-aging, I haven't seen any massive benefits for anti-aging. I use so many different things on my face, so to prove that would be very difficult. I like that there are products in here that help diminish fine lines. Certainly think that smoothing things out can fill in those lines. In terms of anti-aging at a deeper level, I wouldn't depend on this product for that. I would use additional skincare and diet and nutrition. And for anti-inflammatory, I don't see any diminishing redness or puffiness by using this product, so it didn't really show itself to follow through on that promise. And then the last thing that was mentioned was that it firms skin and prevents moisture loss. So it did prevent moisture loss. Dimethicone has a habit of sort of holds everything in, but when used over time, there's a lot of varying information out there on this. But one of the reasons why people are nervous about it is because it holds things in. It can actually damage your skin over repeated use for a long time. Yes, it holds in moisture loss. Is that always a good thing? Depends on the way you do it. Just drink more water, maybe, so you don't have to hold it in. Hyaluronic acid is something that would hold moisture, and I'm not as nervous about as I am dimethicone, so something to think about there. For firming the skin, no. I would not say that a standout characteristic of this primer was that it firmed the skin. I did think it did smooth and brighten overall. In terms of the promises, it didn't hit all the promises very well. Checked about half the list, so I gave it a 3 out of 5 on that question. There is a total of 30 points possible here, and this product scored a 20 out of 30. Ingredients aren't as clean as some of the other primers that I've used. I'm thinking about the Vapor Primer, but that one feels a lot more emollient and has a very different scent profile than this. I do like the 100% Pure Primer as an alternative. It's the Luminous Primer. They also have a matte primer. It is less expensive than this. It has Japanese honeysuckle, so that might be a huge deterrent because I know a lot of people are freaked out about that. For $50, do I think it's worth it? I don't see why this would be worth $50 over the two that I'm currently mentioning. Would I recommend it to a friend? It is not a standout product for me. I love Jane Iredale as a brand. This is not one of my favorite products from Jane Iredale, so I wouldn't. It wouldn't be the first thing on the top of my list. I would also say for a lot of the benefits that this is touting it has, you can address those internally. I know it's not as easy as putting a cream on your face. I get it. I know it. I get it. There are a lot of ways to do that, like add a little bit more water. De-stress for anti-inflammation. A lot of people talk about antioxidants, which are really important. You guys know that. But like, meditate for a second. Get some more sleep if you possibly can. Sit and listen to music. Stress is a lot of it. If you can just like chill out, that would help. I know that sounds very oversimplified when you're dealing with people who have uneven skin surfaces and larger pores. I'm just saying there are different ways you can complement this with whatever product you end up going with. As my approach is just edging more and more and more towards the inside out, along with the outside in. That's all I have to say about this primer. I hope you found this review helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys right back here real soon. Until then, bye.